It's time for breaking bread with Papa. Hey, don't you know? Hey, it's our goal. Hey, it's time for breaking bread with Papa. Hey, don't you know? Hey, it's also a show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Breaking Bread with Tom Papa. I am Tom Papa. It's so nice to spend some time with you. Thank you for coming along. If my voice sounds a little rough this morning, I apologize. I did some live Zoomy shows for the Gilda Festival. Gilda Radner, great cause. And but I talked for like 3 hours. So I apologize if I sound a little grumbly today. We have an amazing show for you. We've got, we head back into the studio, guys. We head back into the studio. You know, the beginning of this podcast, the whole idea was that we would literally sit and break bread with people. And my good pals at All Things Comedy built me this nice little set. It's like a little restaurant hideaway. It's perfect. And you go and you sit there and you literally give your guests some bread and some treats and some wine and celebrate life. And that's and then of course we were sent back to our homes and told we couldn't do that for a while. But we are going back today, and I figured who better than one of the people that did the original, the very popular, very funny Kira Soltanovich. Kira is one of my favorite people on the planet. She's super, super funny. She was one of our early guests in the studio, and she's just a delight. I could have her on every week, maybe every other week. Let's not get carried away. Maybe every 3 weeks. She's the best, and we're going to go drive over to the studio. I'm starting this off at home, and then we're going to drive over to the studio and spend some time with Kira, and then we're going to get a quick bite with Dave Koechner, who was he was actually the last person, I think, in the studio. So great, of course. You know him from Anchorman in The Office and a zillion things. And he's a really good friend of mine. And he is going to tell you a crazy COVID story. I didn't even know what it was. We didn't prep for it, but he drops it in the middle of this little quick bite. When we give a phone call to Dave Koechner, you're going to want to hear that for sure. I'd like to thank our sponsor today, Helix Mattress, our good pals at Helix. I love these guys. I sleep on these guys. It really changed how I sleep. You take a sleep quiz online. You tell them everything that you need as a sleeper, everything you prefer. When you lay there in bed and try and get some shut-eye, and they come back with suggestions of one of their mattresses that fits you. And not only you, your partner, if you are hooked up or hook up occasionally, they're going to have different sleep needs than you. No problem. You can find your perfect mattress at helixsleep.com/papa. That's helixsleep.com/papa. We'll talk a little bit more about them later, but you can't lose. You can't lose with these folks. And they make it very easy for you to try everything out at no cost to you. Well, there's a cost, but I mean the trying out. You can't lose. If you don't like it, you can send it back. We'll talk about it later. I also would like to thank our other sponsor, Tom Papa, very funny comedian. He has a live streaming show on the 27th of March, which is in a couple Saturdays. Anywhere you hear my voice, you can stream a new stand-up set plus a hang afterwards where we will be breaking bread together and I think cranking out some martinis is the way I'm going to go. Could go red wine, but that doesn't seem as celebratory. Stand-up show, very funny, from here, and then martinis, we'll interact, we'll hang. That's on March 27th. Go to any of my stuff will lead you to the tickets. It's on tompapa.com. It's at rushtix.com. And it's going to be a great time. I really hope you get to come along, because it really is going to kick off my return to comedy. I've taken a couple months off. I've been good. I was able to get out more than most comedians during the pandemic. But I've been off for a bit. And now I really feel like this is going to be the big celebration. And then we head out in April. Omaha, Nebraska is going to be the first live one. Then I go to Kansas City, Missouri after that. And then I've got Portland. I've got some other things coming. It's kind of exciting. We're talking about real dates. Oh, this is very, very exciting. What have I been doing this week? What have I been eating this week? What have you been eating this week? Are you sick of takeout containers? I am. Everything seems to be opening up a little bit more. We are able to go out to eat. It's kind of this weird thing where you've been ordering in food a lot and also cooking a lot. It'd be nice to kind of strike that balance again, where you give yourself some relief from doing your own dishes and get to go out for something nice, but you also don't want to eat out and go crazy and have so many containers and all the rest of it, where you're not. Sometimes it's just worth doing the dishes. I haven't done anything really exciting. I did go out for a meal at one of my favorite Italian restaurants, and they had black truffles on the menu. So I had tagliatelle with black truffles sauce. Guy comes over to the table. He's got a big truffle, and he shaves it on top of your cheesy, creamy pasta. I was like, well, I'm not making that at home. Why should I just order something that I eat at home? So I went for it, and yeah, earthy goodness. I find that my wife does not like truffles. Truffles kind of feels like it's in that category of like cilantro, which cilantro is like a genetic thing. If you don't like cilantro, it's just the way that you're built. Truffle, I feel, is a little bit more of an attitude thing. My wife, maybe she thinks it's snobbish to like truffles. Yeah, maybe. But when do you get truffles? Some pig went and found this in the woods, and it gets its way to my hometown, and some man comes over and announces himself as the truffle man and puts it on your pasta. I don't think that's snobbish. I think that's worth the price of admission. The one cooking thing that I did, I didn't even do it, but I was flipping around, and I saw I think on Amazon, they had Julia Child. Her show is in reruns perpetually. It's so funny to see this black and white Julia Child's show. Anything that's out there on social media, any TikTok, any kind of social media thing going on, anything that's happening with people showing you how to cook food, she was doing before everybody else. It's hilarious. And it really shows you, like, with a level of skill that it just surpasses any Instagram cute thing that people are showing you how to make their stuff. I'm all for that. I like that expression. Don't act like you really know what you're doing unless you really do. Just because the technology's there doesn't mean you just watch Julia Childs just talk about vegetables, just the way she was making vegetables. You know, the training, the know-how, mind-blowing. And yeah, you got to appreciate an era where, it's probably not just an era, it's probably just French cooking, but where every vegetable that's made is made with a barrel of butter. Just a barrel of butter. Cutting up carrots, putting them in this little sauce pot, big wad of butter. Just letting that cook down. String beans, more butter. There's stuffed mushrooms. She's like, what are we going to do with mushrooms? What are we going to do with those? Well, we're going to mush them up good, and we're going to dice up the stems, and we're going to mix it with flour and butter and more butter and butter and butter, and throw that all in, and we're going to bake it, and then it's going to be delicious. And then she grabs a chicken and starts flipping it around like it's a newborn at the maternity ward, just slapping it around. No pretense. No. The dishes end up being kind of fancy, I guess, but she doesn't act that way. And there's just like a no apology, there's not one moment where she's, well, I know that this might be for your diet, it might not be right, and you may have a condition, and you may not be able to eat this, and this will be fattening, and no, none of it. It's so freeing just to make stuff that tastes good. That's all it is. There's no considering everybody's needs, everybody's wants, everybody's afflictions. It's like, yeah, either if you got it, you don't deal. We're not even talking about it. We're not even going to talk about your dietary needs. This is what we do. We make this stuff. Get on board or don't. What a great way to live. It's such a basic thing, but we really have gone to this level of making every single person's nuance and needs important. They're not. I mean, they are, but that's up to you. That's your journey. We don't have to go on your journey. You have a gluten problem? You think you're putting on too much weight? Cream makes you break out in pimples? All right. Keep it to yourself. That's what it really comes down to, is an era of people just keeping their own things to themselves. Oh, more butter. Oh, this is going to be glorious. It's so amazing. I recommend watching them because you learn a lot. Just the way that she shows you how to cut vegetables, just the way she holds her knife, just the basics. You're just like, I should be writing all of this down. I think it's on Amazon, black and white. You may not get through the whole episodes. There's, it's dated. I mean, it's slow, and you may not. But if you love to cook, just look up something that you might want to make and let her take you down the road. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. In real life, I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to drive. I'm going to go see Kira at the studio. Then I'm going to call Dave Koechner and get a quick bite. And then I'm going to come back here and put the whole show together. This is very exciting. Look, soon we'll be doing the whole thing there. It doesn't matter if you're on YouTube and you're seeing the videos, you'll understand what the big deal is. If you are just listening, it'll be better quality because we're there together for sure. But I'm gonna stop at an Italian deli, pick up some treats for Kira. Can't wait to see her. Sit down, have a great conversation, and then we'll grab a quick bite with Dave Koechner. All right, let's get to it. This is so exciting. You're just going to keep listening, and in 2 seconds, you're going to hear me and Kira and I. But I have to get in the car and drive and do things. This is very exciting. Guys, we're coming out of the pandemic. Woohoo! All right. I didn't do an intro. Let me just tell you a little bit about Kira. Just look her up on YouTube. Look up all of her comedy. Watch her series, Let's Get Sweat. Kira and I she is a Russian health guru in a lot of ways. And she took me along to these Russian baths, and she has this funny series because she loves sauna and she loves all that stuff so much. She created a series called Let's Get Sweat. Look it up. Kira Soltanovich, Kira Soltanovich. Figure it out on your own. All right, we'll be right back.
I mean, I sometimes have these Zoom shows that are, it's all parents. It's some fundraiser for a school. And, they're at 8. And I'm like, we could have done this at 6:45 and been in bed by now. What are we doing? We all have kids. What is happening right now?
I know.
But I have been doing more and more. Well, I know you're on the road.
Not really. I'm going back, though.
Yeah, I have my first dates in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Trop.
At the Trop.
Vegas.
A week at the... Wow.
Not a week, which is awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Ooh, nice.
And it's the same headlining money that from before.
That's great.
So...
Which is what it should be, by the way.
Yeah,
How many people are rolling in Monday and Tuesday?
I don't know.
Right?
I feel bad because I always was very, what's it called when you No, not dedicated. I was team Brad Garrett.
You were
I was
exclusive.
Exclusive with Brad Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Trop called and they're like, hey, do you want to headline in 2021? This was like back in, I think,
That's
October.
not Brad?
No, Brad is MGM.
Oh, he moved? Wasn't he
No.
Trop?
No.
He was always MGM? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
And
But
who
I
runs the
called
Trop?
and Harry Basil.
Are we on?
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Oh, so wow. So then wow. Well, you know what? You could play both.
Yeah. It shouldn't be a problem. It's time to work. It's time to go back to work. As much as
Yeah.
I take everything seriously, it's time to work.
100%. And I did through like November, and the last one in November was like, I think I'm pushing my luck. I think it's time to stop. Let's not go out anymore. Let's wait and see what happens with the winter. And then I had a connecting flight in DC on my way home from Cleveland, and everybody from the first Trump rally poured onto the plane with no masks, yelling, screaming about communism. And I sat next to what is arguably the craziest person I've ever been physically next to in any, like walking the streets of New York, and he sat next to me. And they got in a fight with the mask, and then he put the mask on, and then he had the thing, and I'm like, all right, if I don't get COVID, masks work, and I'm gonna wait till spring to go out and do stand-up again.
Yeah.
And thankfully I was okay, but I was like, all right, I love working too, but
Now, which was this? This wasn't January 6th, was it?
no, this was
Okay.
the November.
Oh, okay.
Like right before Thanksgiving, right after
Okay.
the election, right before Thanksgiving. It was the first one.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we still recording, or are we in trouble?
On the wide shot, but yeah, you're that soft voice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why you look so good. That's your secret. Little Vaseline.
Soft focus.
Rub it on.
I brought you some treats.
I appreciate all the carbs that you bring into my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you like to make the fun.
Mm-hmm.
You like to make the jokes, and you have a skit about bread and carbs. But I really feel like a sloth after I eat. I just want to hang upside down in a tree like a U shape.
I know.
I just can't do it. It's not even like in a fad way.
No, I know what you
or
mean.
Like my doctor said I have celiac. It's not. I don't go to a doctor. I go to my kid's pediatrician, and then I ask a few questions about perimenopause. That's it. I don't have time for my own health.
Yeah.
And I love this, and it looks amazing. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like cheating on your spouse, where you're like, well, it wouldn't hurt, right? No one's gonna.
No one will
But
know.
I'll know. And then I have to look at myself in the mirror.
And carry that with me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not worth it for what? 2
You know,
minutes of
it's-
pleasure?
It's so interesting. And first of all, thank you for coming, because
You're welcome.
this is really what the show is intended to be.
People yelling at you about bread and carbs.
No, it was about being with the people that I love, and like sharing and doing and being together. And it was like, oh, you should be on, once every 2 weeks.
I think so.
And so on the way over, I remember last time I gave you bread, and we had a bunch of pastries, and we just sent them home for your children.
Yes.
And I was in this Italian deli. Last time was Russian. This time I was like, let me go Italian. And I had a number in my hand, and it's a popular place in Burbank, and it's always packed. And I had a number, and I was 3 from it, and I had to get here, and I was going to get coffee. And I knew in my soul that I should be getting some cheese and maybe some pepperoni and some of those meats and cheesy proteiny things, and you would, I sensed, would have been overjoyed.
Throw in a couple olives and those little gherkins.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, next time we'll do that.
Next time. Charcuterie, what is it called?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
But charcuterie, here would be the problem. Not great with coffee.
Yes, in a traditional sense. But I mix everything with coffee. It drives my husband crazy. He is very specific what you can and cannot eat with coffee.
Yeah.
And I will have pizza with coffee. I'll meatballs. I'll do everything with coffee. Coffee is like, table water for me.
I know.
So yes, you're right.
Yeah. It would be weird though. I'm with your
weird.
husband that it would be weird to be right now.
Yes.
A bite of pepperoni.
And some latte.
And some, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, I love it. It's very, I don't even want to touch it because it's very aesthetically pleasing. The way there's light colors down here. I took like half a semester of art and it draws your eye, and then the checkerboard.
They only get it on the wide shot. So if it's on us,
Oh, okay. Then people have no idea what I'm talking about.
You can just play with it and not eat it.
I can pretend. I can nibble. I mean, a scone, though, is... no. Don't. It is the most cruel and abhorrent thing I've ever come into contact with.
Because it's sneaky?
What do you mean by sneaky? Do you mean it's trying to murder you?
Because it's dressed up as something that's not as sweet as the rest of the plate, but it actually probably is more so.
No. Well, I don't know about this scone, but most scones are like chicks that dress up to go to a club, and they're wearing like the Spanx and they are all glittery and they have the makeup, and then you get them home and you're gagging.
Oh no.
And scones are dry desert. This is a dry desert in your mouth.
I know, but that's what I like.
Oof.
I like plain. When it comes to baked goods, I like the plain. This actually, I bought at the last minute because this is what would be in my grandmother's house.
Yes.
And this was her idea of a cookie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not a cookie. This is a Stella d'Oro.
Right, this is a paperweight.
Paperweight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But
it smells like your childhood.
It smells like my childhood. What does it smell like to you?
Oh my gosh. It smells like if I were to smell your grandmother's pits. It smells sweet. This is nice. This is a good compliment. This is not rude.
Right. My grandmother's
smells like
pits?
an old Italian woman's armpits. Just from baking all day and just...
And then and you're like at her mercy. You've got to go in for the hug and you're at pit level.
No, this is great.
It's so good.
Oh, no, it's fantastic. It's a great smell.
And it's not an endorsement. The Stella d'Oro people, if you want to jump on the Breaking Bread.
I thought you were saying not endorsement to smelling pits. We do not endorse smelling pits on this show. Children, if your children are watching.
This one, I feel bad about because this I saw in the deli, and this is this amaretto cookie, and I bought it just to show you the story. They come normally wrapped in this very fine paper.
Yeah.
And it's a family tradition at my house where you unwrap it, and this is just in plastic. They have little bits of the cookie. You make a tube out of the paper.
Okay.
And then the whole family would gather around on Christmas, and you would light the paper, and it burns down. And once it burns down, it's so light now with the ash, it floats up. If it hits the ceiling, you will have good luck for the year.
I love that. That's just what Jesus intended.
Jesus loved games. A lot of people don't know that about Jesus.
Do your people eat that bread cake, that Italian? It's
Ciambella?
Yeah, where you cut it. It's like raisins.
Oh, the panettone.
Yeah, that one.
You know what?
Is that a thing?
They buy it every year.
Yeah.
They buy it. They trade it. they give it as gifts. No one eats it.
No one eats it.
No one eats it. This year, I bought it for myself because it is such a beautiful box.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and if you read the label, like I bought it in 2020, November 2020, and they said on the label, like, good until the apocalypse. which we're estimating 2050.
Yeah.
And so I brought it along in January, went away for a weekend, and they're like, oh, Dad's bringing the panettone, or as they called it, the creepy bread. And I opened it up, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. It's kind of spongy. But then I sliced it,
Yeah.
and I toasted it and put butter on it. I guess what you could, now that I'm saying it out loud, you could do that with anything and toast it and put butter on it, and you're going to be in good spot.
Armpits
but this was really
with
good.
butter is my favorite. I like armpits. I think I smelled yours, or I licked yours.
I think.
Or no, just maybe like your
I don't think
neck
you licked
or
it. Yeah.
I smelled. I like to smell people's armpits.
Yeah.
I'm quirky.
I
my
was
thing.
thinking about you because I think you'll be proud of me, but not in a minor way.
Okay.
You are all things cleansing, saunas, steam rooms, the whole thing, scrubs.
Yeah.
So I have none of this in my house. I've been trying to get my wife to let me get a tiny sauna that's smaller than this.
Yeah.
We could just like stick in the corner of our deck, and it hasn't been well received. But what I did get was this coarse brush.
Okay.
And then just with dry skin,
Yeah.
because I think I saw you talking about this.
Yeah. You stimulate your circulation.
You actually start sweating.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of.
I mean, not like a sweat, but
You know, as a psychic Russian gypsy, I sat down and I said to you many times, what did I say?
you look good.
Yes. That's what I'm picking up on. That's
Oh,
the
you think that's
glow.
what it is from the magic brush?
Yes.
I thought.
Well, first I said, never call me again. That was the very first thing I said. No,
I said I'll bring salamis next time.
I said, you look really good. What's happening? I asked you, have you been to a banya? You look very,
Right.
like you have a glow. But
Yeah.
I pick up, I'm a weirdo, so I pick up on that kind of stuff. So that must be what I'm picking up on.
I don't think you're right. On two
Okay.
regards. One, I
Wow.
don't think I look that great. Second, I also think the brush I use pretty infrequently. I'm not brushing myself every day.
You don't need to brush yourself every day.
Yeah.
You do it once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or every couple of weeks.
Has your wife been to a sauna?
She loves steam.
Okay.
She'll go sauna.
Yeah.
But you put her in a hot steam.
Okay.
She gets like angry about it. Like she wants to beat everyone in there. She wants to
Yeah.
stay in there longer than everyone.
That's perfect.
I'm like a 15, like they say, don't do like 20 minutes. I'm like 10, 12, and 15, maybe I'm out.
Think about building a steam. You can build an outdoor steam room. It's just a kettle with walls.
I have a,
A steam shower in your house?
it's close. Like it wouldn't
Okay.
take much to change it.
No, you need a
It's
real
a big square
Yeah.
glass enclosed
Yeah. Get a steam room outside.
steam room outside.
Outside next to the pool.
What would that look like?
It's a rectangle. It doesn't have to be big.
Like a box?
Yeah.
Like where they keep veal calves?
Exactly. I don't know what that is. But that she'll, and then now you've compromised. And then you do your brushing in the steam room. Oh my God, I'm going to touch myself. That is the best. That is the best. That's what you do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You
All right. I'll
scrub.
look up Steam things
You
on,
can do
on
it.
the
You-
iPad.
Look, if you got amaretto cash,
Mm-hmm.
you got amaretti, whatever. If you got amaretti cash, you got steam room cash.
That is very perceptive of you because the amaretto cookies cost more than the bottle of wine.
Of course they did.
Because I wasn't sure if we were going to have wine, and I was like, well, a nice Chianti, but it's not very expensive. And then there's this little box of cookies.
Yeah, because I'm a gypsy. I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually do like those. I have had those.
Those are good.
I'm not having them now.
Well, they're very crunchy.
Yeah, that's a thing. You don't want to crunch on your show.
I know, but the scones go down easy.
No, they don't.
They
The
do.
scones are like if a desert fox shit in your mouth and it's just dust and sand.
Come on.
That is 100%.
What are you
true.
looking for from a pastry?
I don't want dryness.
Oh, it's nice, though, because then the coffee comes in.
And can do that with something moist. I don't understand. You seem like a reasonable person.
I am reasonable, but I'm very unreasonable when it comes to the term moist. I don't like
You don't
that.
want that word?
I don't like that word.
All right. Again, I like sweating, so I don't mind moist.
So you were, you almost didn't make it today because of scheduling and stuff, and you were like, I've got to get away from my house for a minute. I'll come. I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the kids somewhere. How has it been going since I saw you last? Because all the kids, they're not back in school yet.
No.
Just starting maybe a couple days a week.
I think I'm just gonna homeschool them. I'm just gonna. No, I pulled them.
Even if they go back. Oh, they're out of the system.
They're out of the system. So I pulled them out.
Oh.
And I'm homeschooling them, which is hilarious if you know anything about me, because I'm
You're the
learning
teacher?
alongside with them. I'm like, that's a femur? What? Patella? Come on. I'm learning, but I'm making it, I'm, kind of pretending like I know what I'm talking about. My 10-year-old is on to me. I couldn't do basic long division.
Oh boy.
And
well, they don't do it the way we did, right?
Right. But even the way I did, I can't remember anything. But I'm much happier. Because I could not take any more. Sit down and listen to your teacher on the computer. Like, I just couldn't say those words anymore. It was just driving me crazy. And our house is a little bit more calm. It's still crazy and hectic because my kids are dicks. So they're not nice to each other. So there's still that craziness, but at least one thing is eliminated.
So you just saw that situation was not working, and I'm taking this into my own hands.
My 10-year-old is Google imaging Lego boxes, like of different, like that's what he's doing. I mean, like
while he's Zooming, you mean?
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to be on the Zoom classroom. He's on Google. Thank God it's just Lego, but like different boxes of Legos. And I'm walking behind him and I feel like I'm, catching a spouse or a boyfriend. I'm like, what are you looking up? He's like, nothing. We're U.S. history. We're learning about Parliament. That's not even our history. Congress. This is how bad I am at homeschooling.
My daughter is in high school, and they have a policy where you don't have to have your camera on. So she feels bad. I hope I kind of instigated some of it. I was like, you got to show them your face. So there's like 2 kids out of 20 with their camera on. And then when they do make them turn it on, all the kids' heads are just going to, because they're all on their phone.
They're all on their phones.
Tweeting what an ass you are and all the rest of it. It really is kind of cruel to these teachers.
But I don't think the camera should be on because I don't want everyone knowing what's happening in our house. I walk by and I have, here's something my 5-year-old did. So she was on Zoom and I get out of the shower and she brought her iPad into the bathroom to be with me. And I open up the curtain of the shower and she's right there with everyone, her whole classroom.
Saw you?
Yes.
It's great.
So maybe turn off the video. I'm homeschooling them now.
So when you took them out, do you feel like, are you following any, do you have a book? Is there anything that, do you know what they're supposed to be learning at this point? Or are you making it up?
The 5-year-old I'm not worried about.
Right.
Can you read?
Yeah.
Cat. Great. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
The 4th grader. Yes. So there are many ways you can do this. And I feel like I'm one of those crazy Mormons who wants to, who's on a mission, in a short sleeve dress shirt on a bike.
A little bonnet.
Come join me and all my homeschool friends. But I am that person now.
You are.
So yes, there are many curriculum that you can choose from. We're doing, it's called Unschool. And where I let my kid choose what he wants to learn. Now, we have to do math every day.
Right.
And we have to do science and reading and grammar and that kind of stuff. So that's but other than that, and
it's his interest.
It's his interest.
It's pretty great.
And so we're exploring animals and we're doing human body and we're doing, whatever, what do you want to talk about? He wants to find out about all these different animals, right? Like I mentioned sloth. He wants to.
Right.
So I found, please still love me after this. I found an animal communicator.
Yeah.
Who's going to talk to us through a sloth and tell us what a sloth thinks every day.
Like a pet psychic?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna do it.
Do they
yeah.
advertise themselves as being able to tell you what the sloth is really thinking?
Yes.
They're not just saying...
Sloths like to live in trees.
Right.
No, they're like, we're going to ask the sloth. This is scheduled. This is on our homeschool schedule. We're going to ask the sloth, like, so how do you feel about being in a tree all the time? They only get out of a tree like once or twice a week to relieve themselves. Like, we have a list of questions. Like,
And then the communicator
it's
will...
going to tell us what the sloth says. Yeah.
Now, will...
Yes.
How will the communicator translate the information from you to the sloth?
Over a phone. It's this really cool invention. What do you mean? We're talking to her on the phone.
But is she talking to the sloth?
Yeah, so she communicates.
She has a sloth.
No.
No. Okay.
She's going to communicate with a sloth at the LA Zoo. His name is Charlie. Yes, this is real.
So she'll be on a cell?
I think I need to start my own school. I'm feeling really excited about this.
I wouldn't get ahead of
I think
yourself.
so.
Nah, I would. Wait, hold on a sec.
It sounds pretty
She's going to be
amazing.
walking around the zoo with their smartphone.
Yeah.
And then you're going to ask the questions, and she's going to show you, FaceTime it?
She's going to look at the sloth.
Right.
And she's going to like think to the sloth, and the sloth is going to say, I like moss growing on me. I don't know what a sloth says. That's why I'm getting the communicator, Tom. I don't know.
This is amazing.
Yeah. And then he's going to have to write a report. So
What if he's dirty? What if he's a dirty sloth?
Oh my God, I will love it.
You just see the communicator's eyes.
Yeah. I like to
can't.
snap one off in the morning.
I can't. Why do you think I'm hiding in the tree?
Maybe. And that'll also count as anatomy for the day for my son. Yeah.
Wow. What made you decide to get a communicator?
I'm trying to think outside the
You're just
box.
a creative teacher.
Think outside the Zoom.
What's going to happen next year when mom has to go on the road?
Yeah.
Are the kids going back to school, you think?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, and let's hope they're going to be open. I think they are.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's moving quickly. I mean, it's already, I think they're going to be back for like the last couple of months.
It might be.
This
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah,
So,
maybe.
But at this point, I'm just like, let's just finish up this sloth thing that we have going, and then we're gonna
Why the
ride
sloth?
this out. It's whatever he wants to learn
He wants
about.
to talk to the sloth.
He's obsessed with animals.
Uh-huh.
Like, he wants to learn about. There are thousands of species of ants. Did you know that?
I did know that.
And he wants to learn about all of them.
He does?
So we got a lot to do before June. He wants to learn. I go, great. Let's do it. But also, long division.
All right. So when you were saying, no, I'm getting out of the house, I'm coming.
Yeah.
We'll break bread today.
Yeah.
The picture that you're painting is that the kids are just sitting there studying about sloths with a number 2 pencil and being very well behaved.
So, no, they're not. they're not listening as normal. Like, it's like normal.
Do they respect you as a teacher?
No.
Yeah, your mom.
Zero
Yeah.
respect. And I told them.
Who has the least respect?
Both of them are douchebags. I mean, I'm just being honest. They just both are,
They're both mean, yeah.
But they're doing it because the minute they stop respecting me,
Yeah.
I tell them these are the rules of the house. You don't respect me. Like, again, I let you, whatever you want to study about in the extracurricular world.
Yeah.
I'm there. Let's go for it. We have to do the basics.
Uh-huh.
We have to do the basics. We
Right.
just have to. You don't want to be that one kid that's like, he can't spell his name.
Right.
So we do the basics, and then whatever else you want to talk about, I don't care. You want to talk about Chianti? That's great. Let's
Right.
do it. The minute you stop respecting the basics, I'm out. And I've done this twice now, where I go, okay, great, no homeschool. And they're like, yeah, we won. And I go, and no television, and no playing, and no this,
Oh, no.
and no video game, and no nothing.
Oh boy, that's a rough night.
So it lasts for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're ready to homeschool.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
so then
wow.
we're back.
48 hours, they can ride
Yeah.
out that prison sentence for 48 hours.
Yeah, my
And then they run out of
10-year-old
stuff to do.
Well, he started talking back, and I said, look, I'm not employed by you. I don't get like a W-2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
not going to do your laundry because you're speaking to me poorly.
Right.
You're not being respectful to me.
Oh, good.
So I
love
stopped
this.
doing his laundry. And I'm not kidding you. One night, I even tweeted this. He went to bed in an apron. I mean, he ran out of clothes, and he was like, he wore a swim shirt with some ski pants. You know those bibs, those ski bibs? That was one of his outfits one day. Like, he was going through his sister's closet.
I love the idea of him walking out. Like, I got her.
Yeah.
This is
yeah,
good.
he taught me.
Right.
And then he was like, hey, I don't have any clean underwear. And I was like, I taught you how to do laundry.
Yeah.
And so one day I ran an errand and I came back and his laundry was in the wash. And I looked at my husband. He's like, he wanted to do, so he did his laundry.
Wow.
And then, you know.
And where's your husband during all this?
He's home. He's home.
Is he a science teacher? Does he have any duty? Is he the gym coach?
Here's the thing. He is much smarter than I am.
Yeah.
But no patience to
Right.
teach.
Smart enough to know he shouldn't be teaching.
Yeah, so he's really smart.
Yeah.
And I am a comic and I tell dick jokes. But I have patience and he doesn't. Mm-hmm. So I kind of win.
Right.
He has.
So he doesn't participate in the homeschool part of it.
Very rarely.
Right.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
There are a couple. He's a smarty pants. There are a couple like math things where I'm like, I need help.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything.
Oh, math.
I don't know anything.
No. When I was with I was in homeschooling. I was just in the orbit.
Yeah.
And the kids learn really quickly that we don't ask dad math.
Yeah. I can do stand-up comedy math. Here's the math problem I can do. If someone books you to do 20 minutes and they promise you chicken fingers and you do 30 minutes, do they also owe you nachos?
Right.
The answer is
Yeah.
3/4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
And then they give you money at the end and you just assume it's right.
Yeah. You just go. All right, that's it. Next town, next village. And on top of my kids,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you this. I have. I'm taking care of my mom.
Yeah. How's she doing?
But her care is dependent on a tier system. So the more care they need, the more they charge you. Did you know this?
Oh, no.
Like if they need help with everything,
Yeah.
it's really expensive. But if the people can get dressed on their own, then it's a little bit less. If they need
Right.
help, like getting in and out of bed every single time, or if they don't, right, it's less. It's less.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
haven't
my
been working.
God.
So I haven't been able to pay all of these tiers. So now I gotta go in there.
Oh, you have to do
And
the services?
she needs a suppository every few days.
No.
So I have to don a glove.
Oh, no.
No, this is real. Okay, and you're going to listen to it.
I want to eat scones.
You can eat scones after this.
Oh.
And I am not a doctor. I'm not medically trained. But I have to put a suppository up my mom's bottom. And as I'm in there, 2 knuckles deep, she's criticizing me. Why don't you wear more makeup? I'm like, I'm 2 knuckles deep inside of you. Maybe save this for when I'm done with my, you know. And
All
she's
right.
like, you have to put some more conditioner in your hair. It's like dry, like a scone.
All right, because you opened it up, and I have a question.
Yeah.
And I normally wouldn't ask it because it seems somewhat invasive.
Yeah.
What is she doing when you're putting this in? Is she just leaning against the wall?
Yeah.
Is she
Mostly criticizing.
on her back? What's
mostly yelling at me.
standing up?
Yeah, standing up.
And you just
And I go, okay, you know, you got to squat a little.
Uh-huh.
And I, you know,
Wow.
I'm face to face with it too.
Wow. Whoa. Jeez
So-
Louise.
I got to get back to work.
Yeah.
So I can
this-
afford
Yeah.
for someone else to do this.
So we're going to be doing this podcast for the next 4 days.
Please.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she's kind of like a strange case. Like she's healthier than she seems to go back and forth between needing help and not needing help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
That's
all
rough.
very
That's rough.
It is very rough. It's dependent on the environment. You know, if she's in an environment that's very like active, but since
Yeah.
COVID, everything's shut down, and so she's shut down.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm, putting lube on my finger.
Oh my God. You there every day?
No, because I can't. They won't let me.
Oh.
But once in a while, I
Jeez
have
Louise.
to. Yeah.
Man, Kira, you're strong. I've always say that about you, but then you always throw it. It makes me think you're even stronger. Because like for a while you were commuting to the Bay Area to take care of your mom. Like it was
Yeah.
like driving to the local store.
Yeah. I did it for about 9 months, every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez
and sometimes
Louise.
just for the day.
Yeah, I know. And
I
then
know.
back.
But the guilt is strong. So I have to. Right?
It's
like I
all
have
just
to.
Empowered by guilt.
I mean, what do you do? I don't know. What do
Yeah.
you do when your parents, it's hard to watch your parents get old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone around you, you have kids that you're still raising, taking care of, and then parents that now need you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when do I
get
my
one-
mustache taken care of? Like, when do I take care of me and these chin hairs?
Yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah.
Well, when you go back to work, then you can just throw cash at it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Is there someone whose job is just to do suppositories? Because I think that would be a pretty... People would pay for that.
Yeah.
Just to walk around town
Yeah.
with his
And
glove
just-
on.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a good business.
You ever see Jim Brewer's stuff about his dad?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it intense? I like him. He's
Jim's great.
Yeah.
And he has this whole run. I think his father he might still be around, or maybe they passed. I don't know. But dealing with this kind of stuff, there's a joke he tells about his father, like literally up against the wall, and because he's had an accident, and Jim's got to hose him down.
Yes.
Like he's got like the hose, and his dad is yelling at him and all this. I mean, it's very similar stuff. And it
done that.
really is it's gut wrenching and hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
a
what?
rough spot. It's a really rough spot. I have friends who lost their parents early, for whatever reason. And one of them was saying, it was really, really hard, but I don't know if it's harder than dealing with those real rough, long ending.
Because you don't know.
Yeah.
This could be. So she's 79.
Uh-huh.
This could be for another
That's
20
young.
years.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. I think you should maybe don't do the suppository and see what happens.
I mean, trust me, if it was up to me, I've done. I mean, I'm gonna go listen to Jim and
Yeah.
feel better about myself. But I've done the showers. I've had to massage her like while she's on the toilet because she's like, I need someone to massage me. I go, that's not how it works. Just to let you know, me massaging you doesn't help it.
No.
But what are you gonna do? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just give her some the right foods.
Everything. I've tried everything.
You've tried everything.
You know me. I'm a crazy person.
Tabbouleh? Have you tried tabbouleh?
What? No.
No?
No, but I do all the stuff. If
Yeah.
you open up you've seen my cupboard, right? In my house?
No.
It's all like full of dangling
Potions.
chicken bones and, crystals. And like you open it up and it's like smoke comes out. Like I'm very,
Yeah.
I don't dress it,
Right.
but I'm super like, hey, everybody who wants some more patchouli. Like
Homeopathic.
I am that.
Right,
I've tried
right.
everything.
I know, because a lot of your posts during this whole year have been kind of coaching people like how to take care of themselves. Like just do these simple things. It's like you get annoyed
easy.
with how people are not even just doing the basics to take care of themselves.
Zinc.
Yeah.
It's really not a lot.
So you can get them in gummies.
Oh my God, everything is in gummies.
I know.
Get them in suppository. I don't care.
They're fun.
By the way, I did get her CBD suppositories. I was like,
You
let's
did?
do 2 birds, 1 suppository.
Did she know or
Chill
you didn't
the F
know?
out.
Did it work?
I did tell her. Yeah, I ended up, 'cause I felt like you kind of have to disclose that.
On my way over, and I was thinking of like, what bakery should I stop at? And then of course, LA now is you're looking for bakeries and you're passing 25 weed stores
Yeah.
along the way. I was thinking that would maybe be a fun edition of our show of just coming out and just having plates of weed.
Well, there are tons of chocolates now. I got her a lot. I went to a lot of dispensaries when I first moved her down here. So
Yeah.
she would just chill out. And when COVID first happened, I remember I went in with my hat, right? I was wearing my baseball hat and I had my glasses and then I had my mask and the guy asked for my ID.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what are you going to see from this ID? I mean, it literally could have been a picture of you.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, great. Looks good. And I'm like, really? Looks good? So I went in and I got her so much stuff.
You did?
It's so expensive. Yeah.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
It's pricey. Did she like it?
So she did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I got her one extra thing that was a little bit too much, and she got high, and she did not like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that was, I had to be with her until 3:30 in the morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She got weird?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And I got really scared, and I got like nervous. I was like, well,
Was she talking crazy?
no, but she was just like, everything is very spinning.
Oh, no.
Oopsies. I got my mom high. Oh my God. It's awful.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a really bad feeling.
It is a
it's
bad
like getting
feeling.
your dog high, or anyone that like
Right.
doesn't know what the
Yeah.
hell's happening. Like,
It's
why
like
are
blowing
you?
smoke in your dog's face.
Yeah, yeah. She was very confused.
Oh, it's terrible. Well, I think you're getting out of it. I mean, you'll be on the road in a month, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How hard are you going to go?
A little bit at a time, just
Yeah.
because kids.
Once a month kind of a thing?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
once. I have like a one nighter, like a corporate. Easy.
Oh, yeah? That's good.
Yeah. So I'll fly out, do that, just turn around and come right back.
Oh, that's good.
And then, just, like a weekend, a month. Right now I only have 5 things set up,
Oh, that's good.
but they start in April. Yeah.
I have to do I have to do 2 Zoom things coming up.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it, but it's also.
It's not the best, but
Yeah.
it's not the worst either.
We did one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I think that was the last one I did.
No. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was in the summer.
Oh my gosh. I do 5 Zooms a week.
Do you really?
Yes.
For who?
Anybody that wants to pay me money.
Oh, really?
Yes.
5 a week? Are you exaggerating?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I do a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Has it
trying
kept
to-
you sharp?
I will say, I don't know if I would have written as much material if I wasn't doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you, you have to still write
Yeah,
some
because I
jokes.
haven't done anything since November.
What? Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. But we were
I do
doing
the
your
radio show.
We were doing your show in that warehouse.
That was before November.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know where we are or what we're doing.
I know exactly.
I don't know. I know it's 2021, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel, none of this feels real.
No, it feels like now that it's been a year,
Yeah.
it feels like just this strange like day trip we went on or something. You know what I
The
mean?
thing is, not everyone is as locked down as we are. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
that's also kind of weird, where people are like,
I know.
what? Mm-hmm. We're all sweating at 24-hour fitness every day on top of each other. And in California, it's,
All my friends in Florida
yeah.
that have performed, they said they're like celebrating like it's been over for a while.
Yeah.
That they beat COVID. And, I read an article that the difference was 3,000 more deaths in California than in Florida.
Okay.
Where they were so open and going crazy.
Yeah.
And not the entire time, but more than out here.
Yeah.
And,
Which one do you prefer?
I feel like it was the right thing to save as many people as you could save.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of older people. There's a lot of poor people living 6 people in a studio apartment who have to go to work. And I think the sacrifice, now that we went through a year of it,
Yeah.
it wasn't that much of a sacrifice. It sucked.
Yeah.
My whole business got shot.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching my kids struggle. All that stuff was bad.
Yeah.
But was it so bad that I would say, I'm going to the gym, so screw those 3,000 people? I don't think so.
Right.
Ultimately, I think we were able to endure the inconveniences and the stuff.
I think your dry brush helped,
I did exercise a lot more
Did you?
just for mental health. Yeah.
Like, what's your exercise go-to?
The Peloton.
Okay, this is over.
I jump on the bike.
All right, this is
What's
over.
wrong with the bike?
No, it's fine. It's just,
What?
the Peloton.
What?
I mean, come on.
It's too trendy.
Come on.
What?
You're better than that.
What am I going to do? I couldn't run anymore because everybody yells at you if you don't have a mask running around the neighborhood, and everyone's
Yeah.
walking their dogs and their kids and their old people.
Yeah.
And I'm not running in a mask. So I was like, I'm going to get a bike. I can't leave the house.
I don't know.
It works. It's a good workout. Tell me
it?
what you don't like.
It's whenever people are like, oh my God.
Well, yeah.
It's the Scientology of workout equipment. No, you have to. This is different. It changed my life. I mean, it understands my soul. I get on the bike and the bike through my crotch knows what I need. And it supplies me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's some
totally
sort of
know what you mean.
plug up
There's
into
literally
your taint and it tells you, everything that you need to do. And I don't know.
There's literally only one teacher I can tolerate. There is.
Yeah.
There's one guy who's like a gym coach who's just straightforward. Okay, now we're going to do this. We're going to do a 7 and we're going to be this. And great job. You guys are amazing. And we're off. Everybody else is like flashing their tits in the camera, making eye contact, flirting, saying like these sexual innuendo things.
Yeah.
I can't handle any of that. There's literally one guy I can watch.
So do they know if you're on level 7?
If you do a live class, mine are all because LA, I'm always behind.
Okay.
They don't know.
'Cause, I mean,
but
I
it's
would
ranked
just-
like it ranks you, so you can see out of 10,000 people where you fall.
See?
That's pretty good.
Well.
And there's a whole bunch of classes on the app, so like beyond the bike, you can just stream weights, yoga, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
I had to do something because I was
get it.
going crazy.
So
I was
you
like,
did
if
a cult.
I exercise, do you exercise?
I mean, of
You
course,
walk
with all
around.
my free time. When I put the suppository in my mom's ass, I'm wearing a wrist weight. So, it's 5 pounds and it causes, a little bit of resistance. One day I'll have Peloton.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah, sure. That's what everybody says. I can't see straight most of the day. Do you understand? I wake up and the kids are screaming in my face, not just a few times a week, every morning.
You spend 30 minutes in your saunas and your steam rooms.
Crying.
What do you think I'm doing on the bike?
All right.
You think I'm just filled there because I'm filled with joy and
know.
love Kelly, the instructor?
I don't know.
No.
Well-
I'm sitting at my desk trying to write and just daydreaming and looking fuzzily into the screen. I'm like, I got to change this. And I get on the bike and after 30 minutes, I'm like, okay,
All right.
I'm back to feeling somewhat normal.
I'll accept it.
I don't want to do it. And what's funny is things are starting to open up and I'm starting to think about dates and I'm like, I actually have a flight in my phone for the first time.
It's exciting.
So exciting. I know, and I actually thought this the other day, I know this whole exercise thing is going to go right back to where it was, which is in the toilet
Yeah.
when I go back on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a $5,000 clothes hanger.
Well, the idea was also, the stupid addition of it all was, well, there's 4 people in the house.
Yeah.
It's 4 people that can all participate. There won't be a gym membership or any other thing going on, and no one uses it.
Just you.
Just me.
The
And then
dog?
there's 3 other shoes that are just sitting there.
Oh, you got to get the shoes.
The shoes come with it. They
oh,
come with it.
oh, okay.
There's a pair that would fit you. Tell your family that you have an appointment and come jump on the bike.
I'll do it.
Matt would like you.
Who's Matt?
That's my favorite coach.
Okay. All right. I bruise easily, though. I feel like those seats
Oh,
they're aggressive.
they are aggressive.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I never got into spinning.
What's worse, having a bruise on your butt or buying the pants with the padding in it?
All right.
Well, you're the best. I thank you for
Thanks.
coming here. I think you won't take any of this and eat it.
No. I'm sorry. But I want to keep my marriage.
Yeah, I understand.
No. But thank you.
All right.
Is that bad? Am I the worst guest?
No, not
Other
at all.
guests have said no.
Look, I love, like, my bread is healthier than like regular bread. Like, it's not like eating bread that's gonna really
I have eaten your bread.
right, and it's
Yes.
not gonna make you crash or do any of that
It's
stuff.
amazing.
It's very different from this stuff.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you mean. Like, on weeks where I hardly eat any carb stuff, the weight comes off, you feel clear, you feel,
Yeah.
there's a definite balance. And really the balance is probably not to eat any of this, but then why live?
Exactly.
Well, you're the best. And as I'm putting together my dates, we'll figure out something where we can go out and do it together, because we were kind of the last run.
Yeah.
We were very much at the beginning of
Yeah.
the COVID was when we were, remember that? It was literally in...
End of February.
Yeah.
Washington.
In Washington. And they were like, it's in Washington before anywhere else. And we were just there with our backpacks like, all right, let's do a show tonight. People coming up at the meet and greets. I'm hugging you anyway.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quite there yet.
No.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to, if we, like the two of us being on the road again, we'll feel like, oh, we survived. We got through it.
Come full circle.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, you're the best.
Thanks, too.
That was the great Kira Soltanovich. Ah, I love her so much. Okay, now I would like to talk to you for a minute about our good friends at Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep. Okay, no two people are the same. We've been taught that since we were little kids. You're a unique little snowflake. And while we all kind of act the same, we are different. We're different shapes, we're different sizes, different mental things going on, different necks. We're weird creatures. So why should we all be expected to sleep on the same mattress? We shouldn't. Sleeping on a terrible mattress is a horrible, horrible thing. I've done it for years. And I've gone through so many. And you walk into a showroom and you just like look around, some guy's leering at you, and you just try and pick out a dumb mattress and you hope it's good, and it's not. The people at Helix Sleep have dialed it in. They're the future of sleep. They have a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete. You fill in all the stuff. Do you sleep? What your body type is, your preference for sleeping. Are you on your back? Are you on your side, etc.? And then they give you a whole bunch of mattress models to choose from. Soft, medium, firm mattresses. Mattresses great for cooling you down if you sleep hot. And even a Helix Plus mattress for plus size folks. If you listen to this podcast all the time, you're probably more plus than minus. The mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. You don't even need to go to a mattress store. It's the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. If you go to helixsleep.com/papa, helixsleep.com/papa, take their quiz. They will send you the mattress. And if you don't like it, guess what? They'll pick it up and take it away. 100 nights you get to try out this mattress. 100 nights. And if you don't like it, it's gone. Come on. These people are great. 10-year warranty. Try it for 100 nights risk-free. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. helixsleep.com/papa. Check it out. Trust me. How often do you change your mattress? Not often enough. If you're going to do it, these are the folks to do it with. And once again, March 27th, go to rushtix.com. My live stand-up show. Very exciting. Okay, guys. Now we're going to grab a quick bite with Dave Koechner. You know him from everything, every great comedy. He's such a funny actor, improviser, person. And he lays down this little COVID story that is going to blow your mind. He's also a huge Kansas City Chief fan. And I put off calling him because the Super Bowl was painful. I literally did. So it's time to check in with Dave Koechner. Let's grab a quick bite.
Dave,
Hey,
how's it going?
I'm good, man. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well.
Right on.
I wanted to see how you were doing. I was going to actually call you a little earlier, but I figured we should wait for the Super Bowl sting to be completely over.
It was actually over by the end of the game because, it was not the team that had taken the field all year. That
Right.
wasn't worse. That wasn't
Right.
Did
you know that going in?
I didn't know how dire it was.
Right.
And you hope.
Isn't that amazing?
I know.
It's amazing how even you could love a team so much, and you still don't know all the secrets until the game is over.
Yeah. For those that are we recording?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let
For
them know.
those that don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line was a different lineup than we'd had all year long, so that was the difference maker. And now I will give credit. Clearly, Tampa Bay's defense was amazing, but they weren't facing the same team that they had faced earlier in the year when we beat them.
Right.
Now, also, we weren't facing the same team. Now, we found out that Tom Brady's parents were, I think one or two of them were in the hospital with COVID early in the year, and he didn't say anything about it.
Right.
So that probably affected maybe his play. Plus, you know, as a team congeals throughout the year, everybody knows what their role is, what their strength is. Stuff like, you know, everybody on the line. There's always a leader on the in every you know, in every part of the team. There's a leader that kind of calls out a defense or calls out an offense. So everybody takes their cues from usually one person in their particular area. And we lost our play caller on the offensive line. Yeah, so all those things.
It was tough, and I was thinking about you the whole time because you're the biggest Casey fan I know. So I was really thinking about you, and then I was, and this is what I kind of wanted to ask you when we finally spoke was the other part that I found kind of annoying at the end of it was what and I'm not a Brady hater by any means. I'm the guy. I'm just impressed with him for sure. Yeah. But when it started to move into we should all eat and drink like Tom Brady if we want to be great, that really started to bug me. As I'm sitting there with chicken fingers in my mouth, and they're talking about how he doesn't even eat tomatoes.
Well, okay. So what? That might work for him. It might not work for everybody. Come on, man. Plus, I don't want to get into it, but there's a lot of stuff about Tom Brady that I'm not down with. So starting
his friends.
Well, yes, exactly. Politics is very divisive, and for me, I'm out. So, that was tough, and it seemed to me very early there was a big rah Tom Brady going on, and look, also Mahomes the next week I think had toe surgery, so he wasn't 100%. Again, these are excuses. These are excuses, but that it wasn't the same team that they played earlier, and it wasn't the same team that had won whatever it was 2 weeks earlier against Buffalo. So
exactly. Well, how are you doing? Do you have the vaccine? Are you feeling good?
Oh, sorry. One last note. I'm sorry, then I'll stop.
No.
There was a horrible accident in Kansas City involving Andy Reid's son.
Yeah.
And it is come to find out it's bad. I think there's going to be a lifetime of pain for one of those families. But I think, that can really affect the entire organization.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that, we stacked against ourselves.
Yeah, that was tough.
So for your question, no, I have not gotten the vaccine. I'm not, I don't qualify in any of the categories.
Right.
I'm not old enough. I am not an essential worker. I don't have comorbidities. So, but I like them big old titties. Why? That was unnecessary. That was really, really unnecessary. But I think 2 weeks. Yeah. Maybe I might fall into the category.
I was thinking because you were the last person to come and do the podcast at the table when we got to sit, and that was a while ago. And I was really thinking that would be a nice little milestone for me personally. Is to get some of our favorite food and have you back. It will give me a sense that we've come full circle.
Yeah.
Do you feel pretty good? Do you feel like a little more hopeful at this point?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. I was a bit concerned that 14 states removed all restrictions. It might be more by today, but I was like, come on, guys, we can't wait.
Yeah.
We can't wait just a couple of weeks.
I know.
You know, we just, you know, of course, they removed these. Did they remove them? Right, yeah, right before the COVID bill was signed.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, we got stuff on the way. Just
I
wait.
know. We're so
2
close.
more weeks. So, you know, I don't know how many we'll lose. I mean, there would be deaths because of it.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be sickness.
Yeah.
Just too bad. You know, I know I had it because I lost my sense of taste and smell in last year, February.
Oh, no way.
I'd had a weird week-long flu that came and went every day. During the day, no fever. Every night, a fever for a week, which is just like, wow, this is a really weird flu.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend had been very sick the week before, but again, we just thought that was the flu. But
right.
And then afterward, I thought, wow, it must have been a bad cold because I can't smell right. I can't taste right. And then I didn't find out until July when my daughter was diagnosed with it, and the first thing she noticed was she lost her sense of taste and smell. No other symptoms. She didn't get sick. She didn't have a fever. Nothing. But she tested positive. And so she was like, so I'm now past a year without taste or smell, which is not a great sign. But the other thing I'm thinking is that because so many people had suffered the same symptoms, that maybe they'll focus some concentration on that and find a way to get it back.
Wait, you don't have any taste or smell?
Correct.
What? For a year?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, and sadly, they say if it doesn't come back within 6 months, it might be gone. And Margot's the same way. She's July, and she can't. Everything tastes worse to her. Like to me, I just get past it. You know, like it tastes like either tin or burnt rubber. And sometimes you're like, oh, I remember this being good. I'm going to pretend I like it. But the worst part is, I can't smell anything. I was making that very popular TikTok pasta for the girls. Yeah. And you've got fresh garlic and fresh basil. Couldn't smell either after I chopped them up.
Oh my God! Have you talked to anybody about it, or is there any way to?
I had spoken to my doctor, and she said, "Yeah, there's nothing you can do." And then, of course, my daughter, she'd seen several remedies on the internet which don't work. I'll just say this for your listeners: they don't work. Taking an orange, burning it, and dipping it in brown sugar or some shit like that. That's not a remedy, folks. Eating zinc every day is not a remedy. I just bought that's the darn thing. They should pay me for this. The nose thing, Navaz.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna try that every day, and I don't know why, but last night a dream, I thought I should take small slices of lemon and suck on them every day.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, just to try.
My guess is there's got to be something that'll bring it back, but whatever. How about your family? Anybody afflicted?
We had some people on the East Coast that got it and had like really bad flu, but luckily nobody was hospitalized. It didn't get to that point.
Good. Good.
They were just kind of knocked on their butts for a while. But other than that, everybody played it super, super safe, and all the elders stayed inside and just got their second dose of the vaccine and stuff. So that's pretty great. Good. But your tale is the perfect. Unfortunately, it's like the perfect tale of why you shouldn't be lifting these restrictions and being careful because. So what? You're not going to die, but you're also not going to taste the TikTok pasta. Yeah, and there's other things that happen to other people. There's some mental issues that people can't. There's it calls some mental malfunctions. I forget what they are, and I don't think there's one pervasive one. I think that afflicts people differently. But I hear that the sign is that you can't remember its name. Holy shit, that was a quick draw. Damn, I didn't even see you unholster that thing. Jesus, I'm bleeding. Oh, that was fucking awesome. Oh, God damn it. Well, listen, Dave, I love talking to you, and I really want to get you back in the studio so we can spend some more time together. But I'm gonna go on a quest to get you your taste back.
Somebody will.
Yeah, we got to crack this. God,
it'll come. I mean, we get past this thing, and then they'll, wherever the money is. If there's money in a cure,
right?
If
Yes.
there's enough
exactly.
people. Yeah. So whatever.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, buddy.
I
You're the
appreciate
best.
you.
Casey's going to be great next year.
Yeah,
I know it.
It's true. It's true. All right, baby. I hope it's not too soon, but I'm just going to say it. I love you, Tom Papa.
I love you too.
Okay, baby.
Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Okay, everybody, that's our big show. Thank you to Kira Soltanovich. So nice being back in the studio. And thank you to Dave Koechner. Wasn't that crazy? No taste, no smell, a year? All right, so you survive. All these young people that are saying, it's not a big deal, I'm going to blow through it, I'll be fine. Yeah, he's fine-ish. Not being able to eat, taste, you can eat, not taste, you can't smell. Weird. It's a weird one. Hopefully, I'm going to find a cure for him, though. If you have any tips, send them our way. All right, that's our great show. Thank you so much. We have so many great guests coming up. Continue to subscribe, like, do all those things. Tell your friends. Spread the word. You guys are the best. I'll see you next time.